For those who haven't seen it, what's this about?
The strip is essentially a racial, social, political satire. It's about a handful of African-American kids who are transplanted to the all-white suburbs, and they have to deal with their surroundings and deal with each other, and it plays out as an exploration of the American racial dynamic, both interracial and intraracial. And you have these different age groups, these different political philosophies of the characters and different perspectives all sort of clashing and bumping into each other. And that's the best way to wrap it up.
I didn't expect this video to be this long, but it just came flowing from an argument I had with someone that I was talking with. We were talking about Blackish. I just wanted to know because they were black, and I wanted to know if they actually liked the show. My whole thing against the show is that it's just not a show to fill a half-hour time slot. It's a show that actually is successful, but nobody would say it's their favorite show. And if they do, you know what kind of person they are already, I guess. Well, at least for me, I have nothing against the actors because from just studying their career profiles, it makes sense why they would hop on this series. Especially the kids, man. They were babies when they were coming on the show. My main focus when discussing the two is going to be the writing styles of Kenya Barris and Aaron Mcgruber. So for those of you who don't know the Boondocks, it's about these two kids, Riley and Huey Freeman, that moved to the suburbs with their grandpa to at least have a better advantage to focus and succeed in life. There's even an episode where the two boys go back to their block and see some old faces. And they treat them just like Will was treated when he went back to Philly, like they were different, even though they were black. I like how Aaron shows us there are more issues in the black community than police brutality and white people are the devil. As a matter of fact, a lot of people who take on the role of the villain, whether continually throughout the show or just happen to slip into that role, are usually black. And some of the problems are problems that have the Freemans come into contact with different types of black people that are still relevant today. Now to Blackish. Listen, I never cared about a show I didn't like because I'm not watching it, but it became clear to me what this show's role was in the world of entertainment. It's not a piece of work that will inspire you or change your mind on certain topics they take on. It doesn't even tell you how to feel. It demands you feel what the writer is trying to say. I don't think that's fair to your audience because you just sound like you know everything, which I am guilty of. But in a lot of Kenya Barris's work, or anything related, he just does it shamelessly. I actually might even do a review on his other show, Black AF, but that's a headache I really don't want to get into. I wouldn't even mind if this was all kept in the TV box, but even on live TV where the actors should be their wild, creative, original selves, they still have to spew their political views in a way that sounds like if you disagree, you are the second coming of Hitler.
You know, we have a record number of Black Emmy nominees this year, which is great. This is the part where the white people start to applaud. Oh. And nod. Oh. Thank you, Jimmy.
Another thing I just hate about this show is how the boys are so dumb and only one seems to be respected as a man, and it's the grandpa. In my opinion, even he is only respected on the show because he's old, so they cut him some slack. But like there's no other guy on the show to me that would inspire me as a black man, but plenty of black women to look up to and stand on Twitter. That's a video for another time. The world of the Boondocks inspired you because they were able to play with what black people thought was interesting for any gender or age group. Aaron knew us inside and out. Kenya knows black people, I'm sure, but he's focused on teaching white people how to behave with black people in this new way when it's all unnecessary. Just treat your fellow man with respect, and if you see something you don't like, just walk away. All this back and forth and having to discuss everything is tiring and long-winded. Shows like South Park make their points stick, and they stick very well. Same with the Boondocks. Kenya Barris doesn't know how to make a point stick, so he shoves it down your throat and demands you to swallow.
Really looking forward to is there are people who are doing great work, and they will continue their voice in one medium and another medium, and it will start to become voices, and it opens up a lot of chances and opportunities for us all to have our voices.
Boondocks' take on the police is trying to tell the same message Kenya was earlier trying to do, but when they do it, they actually do it in a creative way that actually allows the viewer to feel safe and admit the truth in the message, because you got them to laugh, you got them to open up. And everyone has to cooperate to make this work. If you only make the white cop out to be some racist guy with a grudge against black people and a black person who could never commit a sin, you're gonna have two opposing sides, because you're pandering to one side while not showing the side of the people you're trying to make fun of. If Blackish was a drama, fine, but it's a comedy. And to make your point, you gotta go list all these names and this long-winded speech that no one really cares about. You see, comedies have done it before, like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where Uncle Phil makes the room go silent. That's because he makes his lines personal to him. Anthony Anderson can't take it to that level dramatically. He's got to read off an Instagram post Kenya Bear saved before walking on set.
Look what happened to Freddie Gray.
Yeah, and what if they make it all the way to the station? You remember Sandra Bland?
And let's say they do make it to trial. You see where that gets us? Don't you get it, Bo? The system is rigged against us.
Maybe it is, Dre. But I don't want to feel like my kids are living in a world that is so flawed that they can't have any hope.
Oh, so you want to talk about hope, Bo? Obama ran on hope. Remember when he got elected? And we felt like maybe, just maybe, we got out of that bad place and made it to a good place. That the whole country was really ready to turn the corner. You remember that amazing feeling we had during the inauguration? I was sitting right next to you. And we were so proud. And we saw him get out of that limo and walk alongside of it and wave to that crowd. Tell me you weren't terrified when you saw that.
Watch some clips from Chris Rock's show about police brutality. I still think it's the best take on it, comedically breaking it down. Obviously it's comedy, so not everything he says is true, because it is true. You could be following the law and still have to deal with police treating you in a negative way. Bottom line is, this show is very, well, the Boondocks, not Blackish, is a very, like, it's a childhood show of mine. Like, it has a very distinct memory in my childhood where I couldn't watch all the episodes as a kid, but I ended up watching more of them as I got older and finishing the series like 3 times over. I think it really inspired me to be like a writer, or some people haven't even heard of Kenya Bears. Everyone knows Aaron Mcgruber. Everyone knows his art style. Everyone knows what he's done, especially if you're in the entertainment business. And they view him as like someone who's very creative, but like honestly, I don't really mess with all these elites in Hollywood and stuff like that. So I don't know. Blackish, it's a whatever show, but like to be even ever be in the conversation as a show that's a protest show or, you know, breaks down barriers, bro, it's nothing like that. Like, I totally disavow that. But anyways, thanks for watching. I got more videos on the way. Don't forget to leave a comment if you had something to add, or even just say, or you don't agree. I really don't care. I'm just doing this for fun. But if you want to say that, cool. I really don't care. I want this to be a place where you just say what you want or just do what you want, depending on what YouTube says. I do care about the channel. I'm just focused on putting on videos out, and yeah, it's just fun combos, and that's it. Building a base, you know, the usual. But I do have plans if this series or this channel does get, you know, kind of nuts. Mostly I just want to build this to have an audience, to have a reason to like make bigger projects like books, docuseries, fiction, nonfiction, whatever, you know what I mean. But you know, for that, for now, just peace. Yeah, later. Thank you.
I talk about everybody. I'm sorry, but that's what I do. So I'm right in line with my character. You know, when I go home, I talk about white folks. I talk about black folks. I talk about nappy-headed hoes. I know some nappy-headed hoes.